Hello. I have returned, people, to play some League of Legos. No. Get this out of here. Alright, now we can go back. It's not happening, Solomon. Reward wheel? Okay. We're gonna skip this one. No, we're gonna skip that one too. Those two weren't good. Am I about to get the same one? What is happening? There we go. Solomon, no more punishments this stream. No, I won't do that to you, Solomon. I know you like punishments. Mindfulness break, 30-second meditation. Sure, we'll do that. There we go, guys. We get meditation for 30 seconds. Alright, we're gonna meditate now. Alright, and we're back. Alright, let's go. Does this count as snacky? Or do I need to get something else? I'm not taking first pick. So, no. I need to lose. Yes, but Wilson, I need to lose. No, it's so I want to play ranked with a friend eventually. Solomon, you know what to do. Yes, I need to play ranked with a friend. Oh, this being and I'm too high of a level. Well, too high of a ranked. So I had to restart stream. I had to restart the PC for League. League needed a system restart. Yeah. No, no justice for chat. Just gonna execute. Yep. Solomon, don't mention that the T word. Just don't say the T word. Just don't say the T word. Shh, 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 shh. Yeah. Some excellent gameplay. What is he doing? What is happening? What is happening to the server? I don't know, Solomon. I don't know what my strategy is. I'm trying. I'm playing mid. Warwick? I'm Zed. That's fair. That is completely fair. No. No. Oh, I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, that's annoying. That's so annoying, guys. So annoying. That's not good. Oh my. That's not good at all, guys. Almost. Oh. Solomon, don't clip that. Don't. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Alright, guys. Oh. How's it going? We're gonna talk for a bit. How? Well, yeah, we're gonna talk for a bit. So how's it going? So why the Black Templars? Oh, I don't know. I just like the theme of them. That's why. I just like the look of them. I like how they are. No, I'm not a Smurf. Color? What color? What color are we talking about? Don't mind. There's no leak anymore.
Did it just die?
Because my MF just got to kill, and she was soloing everyone. I'm like, I'm out. Ooh, red.
Red's your favorite color, right? Or is it blue?
That's fine.
Which one's your favorite color?
Black.
I can't do black.
I know, so red's
Purple
fine.
is PLO.
Red's fine.
So either blue or red.
Red's fine.
Okay, red. Because Nuggets is orange. I'm green.
Mm-hmm.
Except for my streams because I like it just lighthearted and stuff like that.
Bright pink.
Bright, yes. Actually, we probably could do pink, but I'm not
No.
going to do that because you can't. Why? Now it's going to keep on going and hit that thing.
This is so much fun. There you go.
There you go. Now it's like red in here. Like Red Hood.
Mm.
Who's your
So-
favorite Robin?
You want to join in on a conversation we're just gonna have for like a few minutes? Here, you can sit on the couch.
Well,
Sit on the couch. See? Pick a topic and we'll talk about it for a
Wilson napping.
bit. Wilson napping. Oh, okay.
No, it's fine. We're not going to talk about Wilson napping. Oh.
Welcome to the part of the stream where we just have a conversation.
Hi.
Because Tom didn't want to win that game.
Oh, bright pink. Yeah. No. Okay.
You could sit there.
I could.
Oh no, you
But
won't
then
be seen.
exactly. So that's the hard part.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that like I just need to. That one chat's really small. I don't get it.
Yeah. I made that one bigger. That's why.
Okay. Well, but it should. Okay. Anywho, so what if Judas never betrayed Jesus?
Let's say he overslept.
No. Okay. No, that's fair. Solomon, I've actually wrestled with that a little bit. There's actually a comic series that gave a different vantage point on Judas, that Judas was the one who actually was saving people and not Jesus. Because if it weren't for Judas's betrayal, Jesus wouldn't have gone to the cross, therefore wouldn't have saved the world. So really, so the reason why the author of that comic, by the way, I think it's an Image comic.
Mm-hmm.
It's either Image or Boom comic, but it's self-titled Judas. And their argument throughout all of that was that Judas was part of a bigger story of two people that needed to be bad guys. The first bad guy.
How do I change that?
How do you change that? That's on Psalm. Or that one. So the thought was on that level that no, you don't have to download. Go to the library. There.
That?
Yeah, you should be super safe. And then you can go. So click down below. No, not that. Yeah. There you go. Now you can change the color settings. You can change it from the green one to the red. Or blue. Whatever one you prefer. Got more of an orangey tinge.
We'll go blue. Blue and red.
Okay, Superman.
No, let's go straight up blue. Let's
Okay.
Super Saiyan blue.
Super Saiyan Blue.
Okay, continue.
So, his theory was that both Satan and Judas got screwed over by God. Because there's always got to be a bad guy to a story.
Mm-hmm.
And so Satan had to be the first bad guy
Mm-hmm.
and get punishment because he's the one who ruins humanity, he's the one who rebels. And the storyline was that Satan was going like, yeah, I'm not part of that, so screw you, God, kind of vibe. Sorry for the language. But then Judas hears about the narrative, and so Satan's like, we're part of this big story, and God gets to look like the good guy. But you can ultimately screw him over. So they had it that when Jesus died, Jesus was expecting to just immediately rise from the dead on his own power. But that actually he couldn't, because he did bear all the sins, including putting Judas as the bad guy, was the sin that was accomplished. And so Judas had to forgive Jesus in order to free him from that one sin so that he could actually fight back and all this. It was like the theology in it is absolutely atrocious and full of nothing but heresy.
Is it?
It's an interesting read as a Christian because you're kind of like, yeah, I can see the vantage point, but also you clearly just don't like Christianity. So, yeah, no, that's not how it went. And so, like, what would happen if Judas didn't betray Jesus? I really think, that is kind of the path that was destined to him. At least that's how Jesus shared it, right? Like, we read that in Scripture where, woe to the one who was destined to do this, to betray the Son of God. Like, the devastation of it is hard, is that, like, someone had to do it. Someone had to stir the pot and all this kind of stuff.
Mm.
But I also think, as much as the Pharisees wanted to do a kosher murder, so to speak, like a planned murder and assassination on Jesus, I think if Judas wasn't there, they would have just like figured a way to silence it. Because you already had the Pharisees who were giving money to the crowd to crucify him, for one. They were bringing false witnesses. So there's another step. Like there were too many things that were already in the works for that it was already going to be happening. And like this has been the game plan of Jesus' whole life in ministry. He was literally born to die, which sounds brutal and morbid, but
honest and true.
Yeah. So if Judas didn't do it, there would have been found another way. And then that person, we would go like, well, what if that person didn't do it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the hard part. Now, there's lots of people that go, would Jesus still forgive Judas? I think so.
Yeah.
I really think if Judas didn't Control Alt Delete himself, I honestly think Jesus would have done it. So if Judas was destined to betray Jesus, isn't that kind of bad move on God's part? Judas gets a bad rep for the rest of the time, and it's something he has no control in.
No, I wouldn't say that it was Judas's destiny to betray God. He had a choice. I would say if he didn't, there would have been another way. Jesus would have been crucified.
So here's the other part, though. The disciples technically betrayed Jesus by not standing up for him, not fighting for his innocence, not doing all that. But then Jesus also says, guys, this is the will. This is what's going to happen. You got to take this. Like the whole part where Jesus heals the temple guard's ear when he gets cut off. The reason why Jesus does that is so that Peter actually doesn't get put to death. Because technically, at that time, if you struck the temple guard in any kind of way, the penalty for that was death itself. So when Jesus cut off the ear of the temple guard, he was essentially signing his life away, going like, no, I'm going to go down with Jesus. And Jesus outright tells off Peter, dude, those who live by the sword die by the sword. Like, no, we're not doing this. Heals the dude's ear, like, you have no proof that this was cut off at any point, or stuff like that. Like, it's done and dealt with.
It's your word versus my word.
Right. Like, how is your ear there then if it was cut off?
Because then they have to agree that there was a miracle.
Like, there's so many layers to it. And so the hard part is we as an Arminianist, okay, fancy word for person of focus of free will, rather than a Calvinist and focused on the everything is set, ordered, like you sitting this position, God set, and that's it, and that's how it was supposed to be. Oh, no, God made you do that. Yeah. So, like, you know, there's this wonderful tension as a free will person to look at that kind of thing where it's pre-orchestrated, pre-planned, to the point where Scripture does nothing but point to exact moments that were happening. Like, Jesus is quoting Psalm 22, and it's almost like when you read Psalm 22, you're right there at the crucifixion. But this is like hundreds of years before crucifixion was even invented. So then what's the deal with that? So it's a wrestling contention, and this is where
Any more questions, Solomon?
Well, but like, honestly, like, this is where the contention lies, that a lot of people go, well, I'm an Arminianist or I'm a Calvinist. I'm like, why are you even bothering with the line? Like, God, clearly there's both represented biblically. You just want one to fit what you've experienced the most. And it's like, well, the whole problem is you're putting God in a box. God in the past has shown, don't put him in a box. He put himself in he put his presence, focus in the ark. What happened when Jesus died? Curtains ripped. God's no longer contained in one space. But yeah, to be fair, better Calvinist than Christian Scientist. I'd say it depends on the Christian Scientist, because some of the Christian Scientists actually have some pretty good baselines to it. They don't forget that science does have valid points. Again, that's radicalization of, like, you can go too far of one extreme, too far the other, right? Like, you need to have a good balanced understanding and approach, and it's again up to Scripture. It's up to how you are sitting with Christ in it, and if it's not a point of salvation, you really then need to just like catch a breather on it. But if it's a point of salvation, yeah, you should be wrestling with it more. So that's where I stand on stuff like that. I'm loud.
What
enough
is
to talk about
what
it.
is your deepest struggle?
Oh, in faith? Like
No,
or
no,
oh,
no,
shoot,
no, no.
deepest struggle.
With a part of the Bible? Like what chapter? What verse?
what book? What chapter? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's actually a really good question. There's a couple of spots that I have a hard time with.
Mhm.
And it's more like personal conviction or just like, oh, that's uncomfortable to read. The last 2 chapters of Judges, I have a hard time with it just because it just shows how messed up people are. Like, really dumb. And the hard thing is, like, it mentions that it's a priest that starts this. It's like the leaders who did this, and the whole point of that, and we've talked I think a bit with Rabbi on it a little bit, it's to show how far away they were from actual Torah, from like actually practicing it, and how far away they were from listening to God. And like stuff like even in Jeremiah where like God's freaking out at Israel, or sorry, at Jerusalem. And they're literally burning babies on like iron hands to this god Molech, and God even is like, I didn't even fathom you guys could do this. Like this is beyond what I could even handle.
It's
like
next
God,
level.
yeah, God's just like, what the heck, man? And so like in points of that, of just like how God can even look at that and go, dude, I don't get how you got there. And like I didn't what like that kind of stuff is kind of nuts.
I didn't create you for this.
Right. Well, and like even just the idea of like how do we handle this idea of life, and that we can take it or we think we can offer one for another thing and stuff like that. Like Jesus
An eye for an eye.
Well, okay, now we're getting into Mosaic
but-
Law,
yeah.
which then was close
No,
to
I don't
Hammurabi
agree with
Law
it,
and
but
some
it's
of
like
it.
it's like
But
you take a life, I'll take your life.
well, in like it's the odd parts. It's showing the depravity of people, which is really nuts. Okay, got a question about Leviticus 20. Does God take into account loopholes and
And
technicalities? I don't have my phone. Bible. The Wonder Woman Bible.
It's like,
That
how do you not have your
Da-da-da.
phone on you?
Because it's in the other room.
Because you didn't expect me to ask questions.
Well,
Leviticus 20.
yeah, I'm working on it. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. It's after Exodus.
It is?
It is. Hey,
Wow.
I had to memorize all the books of the Bible in order. 20. You're making me do a deep read here, Solomon. Various laws. Oh, punishments for sin. Yay. Is there... So this is like specifically Molech
Yeah.
that you're looking at? Because I'm seeing right off the hop, it's talking about giving his children to Molech, but it must be put to death, right? Any Israelite that does that. I'll set my face against the man, and I will cut him off from his people by giving his children to Molech. He has defiled my sanctuary and profaned my holy name. If the people of the community close their eyes when the man gives one of his children to Molech and they fail to put him to death, I will set my face against that man and his family and will cut off from their people both him and all who follow him. So I want to give clarity. Does God take into account loopholes and technicalities? Like what loophole are you looking at? Okay. Yeah. Talking about the expressions of like intimacy and how that works within people and stuff like that. Every hate preacher's favorite verse, 2013. Yeah, so you're talking about if a man lies with a man and one lies with a woman, as one lies with a woman, both of them have done what is detestable. They must be put to death. Their blood will be on their own hands, on their own heads. So, from the context, okay, so this is all looking at how that is thrown down in Genesis, right? Because the form of Genesis and what are you doing? I'm confused.
We're having a talk session. Is that a problem?
We're giving clarity. What's up?
Continue.
Okay. So this is where we have seen like what are some punishments off of like how are we working through sins against the body or stuff like that. Yeah, I thought Tom was gaming. He's waiting for a game to get loaded up.
No, game to end.
Oh, game to end. I don't know if it's ended. Do
It
you
probably
know if
has,
it's
but
ended?
I'm.
Oh, you're just sitting here now. He's just sitting.
We're
here
having. I'm interested.
So if one has relations with a man, that's. If one has relations with a man, further one it's not. Just going word for word. Right. That's where I haven't done a hardcore study on it. That's the hard thing. The thing that I'd be looking at contextually is that they're basing it off of Genesis, right? So the original idea of what's the idea of intimacy, because at this point, Song of Songs has not been written. So it doesn't talk about then the intimacy level, the closeness of it. It's more on a procreative baseline or how God decreed the development of humanity. Now, the intimacy baseline has been found in Song of Songs and what was going on there. What they are comparing here is a life and its use and how you're doing that and how that affects other people around you. So with Molech, it's the idea that you are then destroying another life. Like that, I'm trying to work within the context of the chapter of what it's even referring to. Because we can be hopping around for different verses, but again, we got to read the verses in their context, right, Solomon? Because it's now even talking about relations that are found within family. Like if a man marries his sister's daughter, oh my word, that's your niece, dude. That's
that is messed up.
that like
Context.
like this is family relations.
How did
this
we
is
end up in
how
Leviticus? We let Solomon ask questions.
yeah, we were just throwing questions and processing. Blame me. Like we're just processing. So off of this, it's more like.
Oh wait, this one got unplugged.
How dare you unplug your headphones? It's.
Oh. There we go.
You good? We dying? We're
We're good.
okay? We're alive?
We're good. We're back.
Guys, you can hear us? Yes? No? Maybe so? 99? 100? I'm scared.
Solomon, thumbs up if you can hear us.
Thumbs up, Solomon! Okay, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is more on the relations on how it goes, like even just intimacy on a whole other level, and like how you do relations with other people. That's the hard thing,
some
and
of
how
them
it
are good.
affects the people. Well, and like that's the thing, because their baseline is Genesis, right? When Moses is referring in Leviticus, he's referring back to Genesis, right? He's going to refer back to the whole baseline of humanity was created this way. That's how procreation is working. And the confines of how man and woman are supposed to be even working together as a couple. Because there's different points where it's like if a woman steps in the fight amongst two men and she like grabs a dude by his stuff, she's supposed to have her hand cut off. And you're like, what the heck, man? Like, no, just like tell her not to get in the fight or stuff like that. Like, what is it? Like, that's the hard part for us to really debate on. I can only tell you, like, part of that's also an influence of the Hammurabi law, which was in stuff of, like, direct correlation punishments. The thing that we're supposed to be looking at is how are we showing love in God first, and then how are we showing love to other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's odd because Leviticus 20 is understandable for a lot of it, but 13, even with the historical context, seems an odd one out. Yeah, really. Yeah, and that part, I can't explain why the death penalty was part of that too. What if he asked her to touch? I mean, that's now intimacy level conversation.
That's a different conversation.
What that means in a marital status, like what are you supposed to do, and
that's a bit different. You keep talking.
I don't know what to say to that.
Well, you're the pastor here.
Wow, I'm the Wow, thank you. Appreciate that.
No problem.
This is only awkward here. Again, that's the context of what they were elaborating off of Leviticus. This is also the same thing, like, you'd have to go back and look at Deuteronomy, because Leviticus looks more at... Leviticus is the priestly regulations, typically, hence why the Levi part. Deuteronomy is the law itself. And so reading that into the context, and Leviticus elaborates off of that even more. So that's a good wrestling topic there. Yeah. Chew on that. It's a back and forth kind of thing. I think on the baseline is again, what is Lord of your life?
Mm-hmm.
And this is more like ambitions that we have, because even in a right relationship, right? Like, I can be in right relationship with my wife, but if I'm abusing her, or if I'm having intimacy as the only focus of our marriage, that's not a holistic vantage point.
Sorry, for the question always seemed odd to me, loving God, but then you dare to have relations with another man, and then bam, stoned.
No, yeah, I mentioned that one.
Sorry.
I thought I had talked about it. Oh yeah, no. Well, and that's other things too, like adultery. A woman caught in adultery, she was to be immediately stoned.
But Jesus forgave her.
Right.
Told her to sin no more.
Right, and go sin no more, right? And so she clearly made a decision, but also that was a coercion off of the Pharisees. Because who catches someone in the act of that?
Oh, no, I wasn't talking about that one.
Well, that's what I'm that is the one, go and sin no more.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm picking up the wrong
she was caught mid-act is what the phrasing is. And it's like, no, they were watching, they were baiting.
I was thinking about the woman at the well.
Oh, how she has been with several other men
and
that were husband, but the one she's with is not her husband. And Jesus yet is knowing that. She's like, what the flip are you doing, stock boy? And he's like, well, no, I know this because you are trying to find life where you can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's her whole reason why she went to the well at the hottest point of day, was to avoid everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
But yet Jesus is like, no, I'm the refreshment. I'm the one that makes it right. Well, I mean, the houses were made of straw, hence the roof being removed. The guy's right.
The guy
wasn't they the one? Their father disguised himself. Something about.
Wasn't they one where a father disguised himself, and something about his wife's son's wife?
I'll have to look that up. I don't recollect that. I'll have to check that out. So, just breathe heavy, and the walls come down. Anywho, so, again, it's all about... My recommendation is always in Scripture. We read through the context. I have to reread through Leviticus, I'm not going to lie. But it's also corresponding to the other things. And just as you pointed out, Solomon, there was a whole lot of, death penalty stuff like that. It was...
On to death penalty. Do you agree with the death penalty?
Oh, don't even go there.
We're going there!
Do I agree with the death penalty? So I have a heart tug on that one, because There are some things that I think are just absolutely wrong and just need to be dealt with in a hard thing, like in a harsh way. But Jesus also tells us to give grace where possible, that He is the one who brings judgment.
That's
Like
why
that's
I don't agree with it.
I have a hard time with it because there are just some people I'm like, dude, you just did that in the harshest, most brutal, like,
that may
you
be true.
were like it feels like you were Satan incarnate for like that time that you did the thing.
Yeah, but then
But again,
the death penalty is us putting judgment on that.
that's true. Well, and that's where we struggle with this Old Testament, New Testament kind of thing like that. And again, you taught that one arc, the old guy whose son died.
and the wife didn't have kids, and the staff thingy.
You talking about? Oh, are you talking Judah?
Judah.
So Judah, legitimately, like the patriarch for Jesus's family tree, the one who got the prophecy. Yes. So Judah's dad. Judah's dad.
Sorry,
Judah's dad.
I just read Solomon's. To be fair, even with context, want to open the can of worms with is slavery.
Oh, sweet Murphy.
We're opening a bunch of can of worms this stream. The stream went from playing Rocket League, having okay fun with it, went to League, quit the game.
Random questions.
And now random
heavy
questions.
questions.
And now we're just.
This all started with us talking about Judas and like what would happen
Which,
if
to
he,
be on,
he had
isn't a bad question. 'Cause
It isn't a bad
everyone
question.
thinks about it.
But that's what Solomon was asking with father disguised. Right. No, that's fair. Except he wasn't disguised. It was Tamar that was disguised. Every favorite apologetics.
Can of worms. Slavery!
Yeah. No, and that's fair. Okay, so first I'll address the Judah one, and then I'll address the slavery one.
Mhm.
As best as I can. I'm not saying this is gospel. So, like,
No, this is
again,
your opinion.
this is what I've read. This is what I'm seeing.
Out of context.
But again, I'm not direct sourcing everything that I'm saying. Do what the Bereans do. Read scripture, chew through it, come back. If you want honest discussion, that's how we're supposed to do it.
What I think...
Don't come out of a fight.
What I think people should do, read it, try to figure it out, talk to someone about it to get their point of view, and then connect your point of views together.
Wrestling together.
Yeah.
That's what we're supposed to do. And this is why we do what we do. How many clips can this stream get? No, do you?
Oh my gosh.
Please don't do that. All right, so Judah and Tamar. So Judah's situation where Tamar, this daughter-in-law who first has her first husband and he dies. So then tradition was that the next brother in line has to marry her to carry the brother's lineage. That one chose not to care about family, and let's just say he went stormtrooper mode and missed. And because of that, he then was zapped by God, and then because Judah only had one more kid, he's like, oh, well, how about, he's too young for you anyways right now. We'll wait till like he's of age, and we'll give you a call, and we'll try round 3. But the problem was Judah didn't want to lose his kid, so he never called, and Tamar's like, what the flip? Because that literally leaves her with no security financially. She was back at her home. This is where then she finds out that Judah's in the area. She's like, oh, I'll fix it my way. So she dresses as a temple woman of the night, so to speak. Apparently Judah really dug it. So he didn't have a way of paying... No, he was going to pay her for the funness. That's another thing that we don't really agree on. Because he has, I don't know what happened to his wife.
He's married.
But he still was married. And this would have been a man of, high stature. So that's not cool. But the factor that then... He's like, well, I'll give you my staff. The staff was actually as if I gave my driver's license to somebody. It's my identity, it's who I am, and it's not just even my identity, it's actually family history. I mean, if that's the case, then God must hate WW. Oh boy. This is off the rails here.
Continue.
So then when she's pregnant, Judah freaks out because he's like, well, that means you were not faithful, you were not sticking to, and she's like, well, the one who the staff belongs to is the one who got me pregnant. And sure enough, it's like, oh, honey, we're gonna let her go on this one. She good. She good people. And it's like, you just don't want to admit to your wife that it's you idiot. Yeah, Jerry Springer, right? Absolutely. If this shows anything, the Bible is full of broken people. Even the people that are supposed to be the promised leaders and stuff like that, dumb people.
David.
Oh, David. Yeah. Anywho, so off of that, Tamar uses the line, but it's through her father-in-law, and it's actually father-in-law's offspring that Jesus' line continues. Yeah. There's
Hi.
Philo going like, what is going on?
Off. You wanna?
Hello. As far as
Welcome to this stream. Come on in.
put
No, it's
Mike
getting
on the
warm here already.
hot coach. We're talking about slavery now.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
I thought
and-
we were still talking about wrestling and
Yeah.
how that could get you stoned, wrestling with another man.
You two
Oh
can
yeah,
sit
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah. No,
Oh.
no, we
like sitting
moved
down
from
here.
that to Judah and Tamar,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
now from Judah and Tamar to slavery. So
Fun.
so
Fun.
biblically, slavery is noted. It's not encouraged. So this is where I will defend the idea that just because it shows that there were certain kings in leadership that had slaves or were responsible for slaves does not endorse the idea that we should all have slaves. It does not endorse that.
We're a panel now.
I mean, it was. How was it heard that I? How did I hear it described to me? It was like it's not slavery as we know it, as in like the 1800s America and African American people.
No.
Right? It's more of indentured servitude, and there are a lot of different rules around it protecting said slave,
Yes. So there were
so that they could pay off a debt or earn money for their family.
right, and there's even laws if you're looking at the Old Testament. I think it's in Deuteronomy. You have so many years, and so this is where stuff like knowing your years was
Yeah.
important. So specifically,
Wasn't that the situation with what was it, Jacob and Rachel? He had to work for so many years.
I think that
well,
was a
so
bit
he
different.
wasn't in slavery. He was
No,
in
but-
ownership. So
but I
like
mean,
he was trying to gain.
Similar idea in that there was a contract where so many years
Right.
had to be fulfilled.
Joseph.
No, that's fair. And so, if you actually look at the Old Testament laws and how it was going on, God's law is always trying to create freedom and release from slavery.
Yeah, I saw that.
God's law is always trying to look for a release from slavery, or it's for a certain period of time.
Hence every,
The reason-
I believe it was 49 years.
49 years is the year
Yeah.
of Jubilee,
Yeah.
where all contracts that are forms of debt or like stuff like that would be nullified.
That sounds really nice.
And then it
Mhm.
means
Bye-bye
then
student line of credit.
well, but it also meant
Bye-bye
that if you
mortgages.
had, but it also meant if you had lands, technically you opened it up that you didn't have that as much anymore.
If you bought it
Yeah.
off the
So-
sale, the original owner gets it back.
Right, exactly. So it creates tension in that it creates freedom for one, but then a hardship for another.
Oh,
And the
wow.
whole balance was that, well, this is a whole community. You're not thinking of just yourself and
Yeah.
how you're going to be proactive. This is why, like, even, like, it said to the Israelites that you're supposed to be treating those who are poor, who are enslaved, fairly.
Yeah.
You aren't supposed to be ripping them off. You're not
No.
supposed to be just, like, abusing that kind of capacity because that's where they came from.
It's
so the laws are
taking-
reflective of that and going, we need to change this.
It was
This isn't
taking a
right.
broken system that was already in place and attempting to provide safety
Right.
in the Jewish culture context.
Right, and so then when we go into the New Testament, where then Paul is addressing this idea of slavery and what are you supposed to do and how do you live out your faith as a slave, the respect of your master is the big thing. Because in slavery, it's easy to go, well, this guy's like a dink. He's holding this over my head and like
Yeah.
causing more problems and stuff like that. It's like, no, 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 no.
Could also say that about an employer.
Well, yeah, well, and that's where modern day technically I'm a slave per se
To
to
Ricky,
my
yeah.
job in a way, because I'm entrusting that my financial security is going to be found in this job. I do my time, and I do have to spend time, hours, work, and stuff like that into
Am I a
that.
part-time slave to you?
Technically,
Yes.
technically,
When I was
in the
working, I
context
was a
of
slave to my
but
work.
it's-
indentured servitude.
but
My
but-
mom is a slave to her work. If she
Right.
loses her job, she'll lose
That's it.
her
Right.
house.
Well, and that's where the different context is, that if you were in debt,
Mhm.
that's when slavery actually did kick in. Because
Well, and
then
there's also
you
the
had
other
no way
bills
to
that you
pay
have to
this
pay
off.
off. You have to pay electrical, water,
Right.
which
I saw
adds
But
up.
something-
now, when we're dealing with debt today, we have a very different circumstance
I
where
saw something online
it's harder for you.
that was talking about the minimum amount of hours a week worked at minimum wage in order to not be in poverty.
Yeah.
And in the United States, it's 80
Mhm.
a week, but when you get to somewhere like Japan, it's 14.
Yeah.
Whereas
Well-
in Canada, it's somewhere in the 30s.
we
I
have to
think.
remember their work culture and ours.
Oh,
is
theirs is.
I know, but I
Yeah.
looked at
Japan's
that
is
and I was
Japan's. I love their work culture, but it's also
It's a lot of
Toxic.
pressure.
Hard.
There.
It's
Why do you think
screwed.
there's higher suicide rates?
because
in
it's because
Japan?
of
Because the pressure to not only maintain that, but then to excel.
And to
because
be
you're doing it
productive
not
in it.
right. Because it's not even just on you.
No.
It's your whole family that's based on this. It's
Yeah.
how you're growing and
dishonor
stuff
on
like
you,
that.
dishonor on
Uh,
your family, dishonor on your
Oh,
family.
you're
Solomon
making
said-
me look up.
yeah.
Well, I keep seeing things come up on like Instagram where it's like, oh, in Japanese culture, it's like they will, if they don't want you anymore, they'll just stop giving you projects.
Yeah.
to
Sounds
do.
great to me.
Yeah.
Right? And in our culture, we're
Go
like,
for
all right,
it.
you pay me and I do nothing. Great. In
I
their
saw-
culture,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, I don't have a purpose.
That's
I saw
right.
I need to
something
go
online.
quit and go find another job.
Well,
An
this
ex-
is
An exact post about that was like a group of Italians could bring the Japanese system to its knees. And
Well, there was
as a
also-
part Italian person, I have no
at
problem
least
with
you
that.
can say that. I can't. I'm just Irish.
Well, there was
so
also the
it's
thing where it's like they fill a position where it's like to be the loud
25.
American,
44
and it's the person that
to
yells at the
46.
boss saying, no, that's a dumb idea, because no one else will
Sorry,
do it
yeah,
out of their
25,
respect culture.
44 to 46.
Which I found, I
You
don't know
would
if that's
make
true
me
or
read
not.
in the
I just
dark,
thought it was.
Solomon.
Well, also
Funny.
they will hire Americans
Were you gonna do that?
100%.
Yeah.
and people of
Dingleberry.
other culture
Can you
to
see?
be
Yes.
representatives.
Your male and
towards
female
other
slaves are
cultures
to
and
come
countries.
from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy some for temporary residents living among you and members of their clans born in your country, and they will become your property. You can will them to your children, inherit property, and can make them slaves for life, but you must not rule over your fellow Israelites ruthlessly. Okay, gotta read the rest of this then.
Backlit Bible, you guys.
Well, you also can't just read those two
My
verses. you
iPad
need-
and phone are literally next door.
I
You
know.
need the full
Yeah.
context.
Retains the right of redemption.
Listen,
Oh, okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Additional situation
Context!
here,
Mm.
Solomon. If an alien or temporary resident among you becomes rich and one of your countrymen becomes poor and sells himself to the alien living among you or to a member of the alien's clan, he retains the right of redemption after he has sold himself. One of his relatives may redeem him. So this is a point of understanding what is the idea of redemption. Countrymen becomes poor, unable to support himself.
So did we spin a wheel
Do
to
not
make
take
this happen,
inheritance.
or
No, it's
Solomon
No,
decided to
no,
make
I-
things difficult.
I was playing League, and
Mm.
I needed to lose because I'm trying to play ranked with a friend.
Mm.
And if I get too high before they get to a rank, I won't be able to play with them. So I was trying to lose the game, and my teammate got a pentakill solo, so I just left the game.
And then Solomon asked a question.
We ain't having none of that
Then
today.
I, I told Wilson to get
Okay.
in here, and then we started.
So what I would say, Solomon, not hardcore reading the whole chapter.
We don't have
processing.
time for that.
Mm.
Well, we could, but you know.
We do.
We don't have
We're
the
gonna
energy for that.
Enough out of you.
It's Tuesday.
You're supposed to be
Yeah.
gaming right now, Bucko. We're here
Bucko.
because you're not. Okay, so like
I asked
Yeah.
you to come in.
you're a punk. Okay. So what I'm seeing in the context of this, they are going on the foreign baseline of those around you, those are allowed for slavery. Again, I stand by the idea that their treatment of those slaves
It's different.
was
than
to
how we
be
do.
was to be respected. So here's an example that didn't work. Abraham and Sarah. Abraham and Sarah received Hagar, which actually, if you look at her name, Hagar means slave, which is, and actually slave that's being abused is
Oh,
actual
that's
her name.
unfortunate.
Okay.
It is. So you
Excellent.
already get the pre-context of what's going to happen to her just by off of her name.
You mean foreshadow? I see.
Yes,
Mhm.
you see.
Mhm,
Mwah, mwah. So when they abused that relationship of this servant girl who legitimately was given to them to take care of the family and stuff like that,
Get to create a family.
right, to create a family because they didn't know how God's plan was actually going to work out. They didn't trust God, so then they decided to put it into their own hands. Through that, God does not agree with what's gone on. In fact, he still is there with Hagar when she runs off into the wilderness,
Mm-hmm.
seeks help, and he actually blesses her. So he sees this person who's been disrupted and wrecked through slavery, that shouldn't have been
Broken.
wrecked through slavery or anything like that, and instead blesses her through that. And that's where you have Ishmael that came out and his family line and how they grew and developed and stuff like that.
Sometimes you have to lose
God-
to win.
Well, but so
Just
this is
like my
where
game.
this is where there's clear lines where God's showing he doesn't agree with slavery.
Yeah.
Like, and especially the context of what most of the law is saying is like, guys, you were slaves. Treat them right. Like, you know what it's like to be slaves. Don't be stupid. Like, you treat them right. You don't just abuse this. That's why, again, the year of Jubilees, that everyone is to be free. When Jesus comes, he is to bring liberation for all, right? Setting the captives free that couldn't do it. And of course, that was sin, but also what's the effect of fighting against sin and abolishing it? You have freedom in a whole lot of other areas, and you're finding growth and peace in other areas. So when Jesus stirred the pot, started the crap, essentially flag, let's go, we are all supposed to be rallying and creating that change.
Yeah, we gotta rally so we can get the ammo so we can attack
Yeah.
the boss as a fire team.
That one.
Is there a reason that they call it the Jubilee?
The Jubilee? I couldn't tell you. I'd have to do a word study.
Because
I don't
without,
think it's
without
that.
seeing it written, your brain can go so many different directions with that.
How am I not a Christian?
Hey now.
Hey now,
I'm not a Christian, so I can open these cans. Hashtag blessed.
Well, I mean, you're exploring, you're understanding, you're chewing. The only thing that makes a person a Christian, so to speak, is the commitment to follow Jesus. And doing that consistently. And even that, I think, the term Christian has been abused. The title of
Absolutely.
Christian has been abused. This is where I then say, are you sitting with Jesus? Are you following his dictates? Because what Jesus stands on is the law.
Are you following God or are you following the Bible?
Well, I think you need both.
Well, here's the thing.
Yes,
Well, the
but-
Bible is the
This
breath
is
of God,
this is the
right?
authority, the letter, the information that God has
it
given
can be
us.
brought out in the wrong context and abused and that sort of thing.
That's what I mean.
So,
yeah.
this is why Jesus talks about it's the spirit or the letter.
Mhm.
You focus on the letter, you don't focus on the spirit.
Mhm.
This is why I always come back to understand the context, understand what's the heart behind all of the chapter or the book and stuff like that, so that you can get the heart, the spirit of the idea.
Mhm.
Because that's what Jesus sat on.
I mean, on that end of things, it's still, you got to be careful about that, in my mind, because it's like you can say, oh, this is what Jesus would want. Like, this is the spirit of the law, and that can be fully misinterpreted.
Yeah, how would
By-
we-
Mm.
Wrong context, wrong reading, just picking your answers as you want.
Sure.
Right?
No, and
Which
I
is that
agree
abuse
with
of
that.
Christianity
No.
we were just talking about.
No, and I absolutely agree with that because spirit can easily be misused that way. But you understand what's in here. You read the context, so that's understanding the letter, the scenario. But then you have to take it to the spirit and go, okay, so Jesus, in all of this, how did you reflect this?
Yeah.
How did you demonstrate this to us? How do we then live that out now? Because like, we're not cutting off limbs for stuff like that. We don't do Hammurabi law. We do Mosaic law, actually.
Yes, Caleb?
I would love to cut off limbs.
No, just get the hat.
My
Also,
own
pass me one
specific-
more
On that
side.
note, I'm scared. I'm getting out. It's like
Mine specifically because it specifically says if it offends you, cut it off. It all offends me. It's
It all
being
offends
cut off.
all right.
But
So
technically, the word Christian was meant to be a slur.
it was meant to be.
It means
Little
Christ.
Jesus.
That
Yeah.
just reminds me of like My Hero Academia and Deku. Where
Yeah.
it was meant as a slight against him, and he's like, "Nah, this is mine
This
now."
is mine.
Or like O
Read.
from
All right.
home.
Yes, I'm gonna read Chuck Swindoll. Thank you. Calm
Like O
down.
from home because it was his name was used against him. It was supposed to mean oh he's here, but he took it in stride and he's like my name is O.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't necessarily have the brain cells to understand.
That's
that
fair.
they were using it
I'm
for.
sorry.
Alright,
Did you
Chuck
say
was-
Chuck? That's
Yeah,
Charles.
he also goes by Chuck.
Yeah.
Charles. Chuck is a nickname of Charles.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck Swindoll.
Charles E. Cheese.
Chuck is a
He
nickname
calls
for
himself Chuck.
I didn't know this.
He
Chuck E.
goes,
Cheese.
I'm Chuck Swindoll. Here's my segment on.
I don't know this.
Get educated, man. I
Just
can't
like-
help you.
Just
All
like
right,
Jim is short for James.
Okay,
Or-
I know that.
James Tiberius.
Mike is short for
Okay,
Michael.
that sounds
Dick
the same.
Richard.
Hey,
Do you? How far do we want to? Okay. All right. This is what Chuck Swindoll wrote down. Just as bank tellers need a thorough knowledge of legitimate currency in order to spot counterfeit bills, so Christians need a thorough knowledge of the Bible, in order to spot bogus religious teaching. How grounded are you in scriptures? How deep are your theological roots? How capable are you of detecting false teachings? 100%. And you won't be if you don't do it. So you need to be sitting in this consistently to know what's going on. And Solomon, I appreciate you bringing up verses because it's stuff that we need to chew on. You are chewing on, and you've seen people can use and abuse God's word, Jesus'
What?
word,
No
in
way.
so many different
they
ways.
can.
And this is where,
News
again,
to me.
if we have contention, we need to work it out. We need to discuss it out, but remember, we are family in Christ.
I hate you.
It's okay, I'll take
You
you,
know what
out
we
back
need?
and I'll wrestle
Wow.
you down.
Okay,
Like, I don't-
here's the thing. You know what we need? We need those blow up sumo suits. That is how we will get rid of contention and graphic word on
You know what, I'm
stream.
down.
I'm good.
I'm down.
I
I'm
have
down.
I'm
tried
gonna have a
those
heart attack.
blow
But
up.
like, you know, and,
I've tried those blow up boxing gloves. They still really hurt when they hit you in the face.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So the sumo suits or those giant Q-tips that they used to
So
use at junior
Solomon
highs.
just saying this now. You're getting a giant sumo stream.
Nice.
Solomon's
Or
like,
better yet, you guys get those inflatable T-Rex costumes and go at it.
so
I like how you're saying it's like, yes, you read the word, but you also have to sit with it.
you
Because
have to.
it keeps coming up on my reels from like a couple of the prominent like Christian Instagram guys I follow, and it's like, you know who else who knows the Bible? The
Satan.
devil.
That's right.
He knows it better than you do.
That's right. You want to talk about belief? Satan believes that there's
Oh.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Or he knows that there's
Oh yeah,
Jesus.
he got his ass
He's
kicked.
been
But
Birdsong.
do you choose to follow him? That's the other side of it. Like,
Yeah.
this is why I always stand by, it's your faith is the saving grace. Your walk is showing that grace in action.
Mhm.
And if you are not demonstrating it, because faith without works is
Dead.
dead.
Thank you.
It's junk. It's useless.
That means my
So-
Bible study this summer worked. He knows.
Well, girl, I think I've read James before the Bible study. I know
he finished the
no,
sentence.
that's fair. That's
So it
fair.
means it worked.
But I also think he's chewed on this too.
It's the same idea though when you're saying like you can't just read it, you have to like sit on it. It's the same idea as eating food. You
Right.
can't just chew the food. Your body has to digest it in order for you to get the nutrients you need to literally
That's
keep
right.
living.
I can know how to make an awesome omelet recipe,
Yep.
but if I do not put it into practice, I will never eat it.
Nope.
So,
I know
yeah.
how to bake awesome things, but
And
if I
the
never
sad-
put them into practice, Tom
Okay.
won't get any.
Do we want to go deeper? I think churches are really good at knowing the recipe, making it for other people, but sometimes they don't chew it themselves.
Ah yes.
Mhm,
Preach,
mhm.
preach, preach.
And that can be a hard thing.
Let's get canceled.
But no, again, we're not trying to cancel, but we are trying to grow. And this is where we are needing to do like what we're doing here. We're online, we're a community, we're sharing, we're investing in each other, being able to call out stuff, but also being able to go, hey man, this is where I've been challenging, this is where I've been growing, this is what I need to do.
how do I get there? And so, yeah.
Somebody needs a toy to play with.
No, I get it. I get the vibe.
Any other questions, Solomon?
No more questions. Get to gaming.
Oh gosh!
Get canceled. Ooh, so want to open the.
Is that
Alright,
a discussion for today?
last one.
It's not. No. I got work to do.
I feel like, not that we
Not
don't
anymore.
want to talk about these cans of worms, but it's
No.
almost we should dedicate
But you need to.
like a podcast or another specific
our plan.
stream at some point if you guys
Yeah.
haven't already planned this to
Because
talk about
random-
these.
I don't mind having random
Cans of
discussions,
worms.
but I do actually
call
have
it.
to get work done.
We could call it. Our podcast could be Cans of Worms.
So again, this is. Okay.
You said the other
I
office
think-
will be for podcasts.
I think yes. I think it also needs to be stated what's the purpose behind it. Is it to create contention, or is it actually to grow in unity together?
Grow
Because
in
a
unity.
lot of these kind of things can create the focus of discontention to create division versus
These
if
questions-
there's different vantage points, you still need to be fair.
Yeah.
You still need to be respectful. You still need to work on it together.
These questions deserve enough time to be fully explored,
Yes.
and it has to be asked in the context of someone's not just trying to pick a fight.
Hey now,
Because
to
sometimes
be
that's
fair,
what
based
happens.
on that apologetic thing you guys went to, question already answered.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
But again, like this is where conversations, and that's more like direct conversations, because we can't answer for a whole organization other than what we've been told. But as far as like how we handle that, what are the things that we've had to wrestle in understanding that? How do you address that to friends and families? How do you do that kind of stuff like that? So, I mean, if one willingly listens to Alan Schleman, yeah, that's the thing. I never heard of the dude.
Oh, don't worry, Solomon. Mike and I had several conversations the night of. Lori had to leave the room. There were many
She needed a
things.
breather.
She did. She was gonna throw hands
Yeah.
or things from the back of the room towards the front of the room. It was undecided.
Either way. All right, Tom.
Get out.
You need to game.
Get
Yeah.
Frickin'
Do your
booty.
job,
Solomon,
Tom.
Get-
tell him to get back at it. Like, what is this?
Time to play normal. 'Cause I
Slacker.
ain't playing ranked anymore.
Okay. Play Sims.
No.
No.
Play Sims.
No.
Play Sims.
No.
I'm tired.
No, we're playing TFT.
Till next time.
Yes. Till next time, guys.
Oh, it is too hot in here.
Oh, I got a reward wheel.
What? How come you? I should get the reward wheel.
I got-
I was the one answering.
I've gotten 2 this stream. Oh, that's the wrong thing. No, we're gonna skip this one. I mean, like, stretch or posture check, we're skipping. And treat yourself. Those 3 we skip. Because I don't like those ones. Actually, you know what? Treat yourself will do. We'll do the treat yourself. And what? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Since it didn't show, we'll do another one. This is the one I'm doing. Drink water. That's not really a reward. I've been drinking water. Oh, I was trying to get one. No. Alright. We're gonna go get a snack. That was treat yourself. The one I got was treat yourself. That was the first one. The other ones were just for fun. I'll be back. Snack time. Alright. Thank you. I got my treats. So now we're gonna play some TFT for a bit. Thank you. Solomon, what have you done today interesting? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm surprised it's taking this long to get a game. There we go. Bum. Okay, let's see if we can win this. Oh my gosh. Or you would join. Solomon, don't tempt us like this. That's okay. We'll figure it out. And Wilson said he'll chew on it, so. We have to wait for Grandpa number 2 to chew on it. Oh, can you not hear it? There you go. Oh, I lost. I thought that was a different person when I bought it. But I was wrong. There we go, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Nice. 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 No, no, no. These matches are on purpose. No need to call me out like that, Solomon. Nice. There we go. To be fair, I'm trying to win. Accidentally lose. Okay. So, random question. All these games on your Steam wish list, are there any you have no interest in? No interest in? I would say the Five Nights at Freddy's ones. So I can look at my wish list here. Give me a second. So the order they're in is what I want. I want the tabletop because I want to be able to play Magic with a friend of mine who wanted to play Magic before, but I didn't have it. The Warhammer, I already have the game. That's just a DLC. It's the Black Templars, so I want it. Then Dark Souls, I want to play all of them. Sekiro, I want to play. Guilty Socks, not really. Baldur's Gate, yes, I want to play. Factorio, not really. Played Up, yes. Black Myth. Demon Somnia, not really. Yeah, so basically, I don't know. But if we're going from any inside back rooms all the way up to Demon Somnia, I don't want to play at all. Not really. Then Factorio, don't. Well, I'm gonna move this. Yeah, so basically everything from tabletop to played Black Myth is what I want to play. I don't know if you can see the order of them, but they're in an order. Yeah, so basically, I'll just say this. From tabletop to Black Myth. Anything under Black Myth, I don't want. Not really. What was this team? Boom! Level 3. Well, that was a waste of a cake. What do you mean? Oh, yeah. I'm beating these guys up, surprisingly. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Solomon, for the stretch and hydrate. Really? You had to do that to me? I'll do it after this game. I'm trying to win. Am I gonna lose? I'm gonna lose. Wow. Oh, Samira would be great, but I'm first. So probably not gonna get the Samira, which is unfortunate. Oh, I'm gonna get it. Oh my gosh! I got it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! There we go. 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 Oh my gosh. Is it really Solomon? Oh, I may have just killed him. I killed him! I got someone, guys. I'll have to check it out. I just won. Oh. Alright. Now I just need to level up. We'll go down to there. There we go. Top four. Top four, guys. Top four. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we may lose this one. Yeah, we lost this one. Dang it. One more Soul Fighter, and we did our build correctly. One more. need 80. If I can get 84, alright, we won. Good job. I just need to save my money. I just need to save. We'll do one buy each round just to see if we can get another one. We'll do one buy each round. One buy each round. Oh, that Rakan. Not Rakan, yeah. That Rakan does a lot. Oh, because I moved everything, I just screwed myself. That Rakan just lives. I can't. Yeah, no, I'm losing. Third place. That's fine. Alright, we're gonna end stream here, guys. Today was a lot of fun, actually. Played a game. Played Rocket League. Then we played a game of League. Then we had a great conversation with Wilson and you, Solomon. Then we had Pilo and Hoff join us, which was a lot of fun. I was actually glad we got to do that. I know they're like, it's a gaming stream. But I always find it fun where we can have biblical conversations with each other and also have deep dives into conversations that are harder to talk about on stream in front of other people live. So I'm glad we got to do that. Solomon, thank you for your great questions that we got to talk about. I don't know if we answered them. We answered them to the best of our abilities. It was more Wilson, Hoff, and Pilo giving better answers than me. You missed. But yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for your questions. Hoff, Pilo, Wilson, thank you guys for joining in on that little fun Bible questioning, answering segment of my stream. That was just random and spontaneous. Solomon, are you trying to pull off my aim here? But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. And I will be back next week. I'll have another vote in the Discord to see what I'm playing. This time, I will be taking out Rocket League. Every time a game wins, I'll be taking it out of the vote until there's only one game left, and then we throw everything back into the vote. But yeah, Sims will not be on. But yeah, once again, sorry, keep repeating, but thanks everyone for joining, and I will see you all next week. Bye!